Hey, what's up? My name's Samuel Leeds. I'm a property investor. I make a lot of money investing in property, and I also love to help other people invest in property also. So this week you are in luck because I'm going to be going back to last Sunday's video. I'm going to be answering all of the niggling property related questions that I had. But the reason I say you're in luck is because as I'm speaking on this video, if you right now comment your questions in below, I'm going to be answering your questions on the next Sunday video. So get commenting anything property related. If it's been bugging you for ages, there's no question that is too simple or stupid or too advanced. So get commenting right now below and I'm gonna do my best to answer your question next week. But right now, if you enjoy these videos, please don't forget to smash the like button. If you're not subscribed, turn the notification bell on and subscribe right now below. And thank you so much for doing that. Let's see what questions we had last week. So Gus Adami said, do you think there will be a recession in the next couple of years? I'm wondering when is the best time to buy a buy-to-let property? Thanks. I think that we've come out of a recession recently. There's been a big recession. 2008, the crash happened. London recovered and then London dropped again. There's some parts of the UK that haven't even recovered yet from 2008. So we've had a lot of recession. It's difficult for me to say if you're talking about the whole of the UK, because the whole of the UK has got different markets and different bubbles anyway, but here's my general rule of thumb. Look at the last few years, and if you've seen a recession, then it means that an expansion is following. So if there's been an expansion, then it means a recession is following, but overall, property prices go up over time. Always make sure that when you're buying, you're getting good cash flow from the property, because then ultimately, if you're getting cash flow, whether it goes up or down or stays the same, it doesn't really matter too much. Hope that helps. What else we got? Alta Pazzi, he says, stupid. No one asked what if interest rates go high or really high. Okay, thank you for your kind of question, Alta. What I would say about that is interest rates right now are as low as they've been in like hundreds of years. I mean, the fact that you can go to the bank and you can get a loan to buy a house and pay as little as 2% interest, like average is about 3% right now. That is nothing. If you can't make money on that, then you are financially, if you can't take a loan out and pay 3% and then make more, you really, really need help. So what I would probably say is if you're worried about interest rates going up, in fact, interest rates just went down because of the coronavirus. So interest rates right now are at an all-time low, and to not buy property when the opportunity is so massive. If you're buying stocks and shares or Bitcoin or anything like that, or gold and silver, you can't get a mortgage to buy those. Being able to get a mortgage and leverage your return and leverage your money it's straight away is a really, really good thing. It's great. Being able to do that and pay as little as like 2-3%, I think the best time is right now, 100%, especially with interest rates so low. You're saying about people are stupid because they're not asking about what to do about if interest rates go up. I'll answer that question for you. Just fix them. Just fix the interest rates. You can fix interest rates for as long as up to 10 years right now. So you borrow money, you pay 2, 3, maybe 4%. You might pay a little bit more if you're going to fix them. You fix them for 10 years. You then buy a house. You make really good cash flow. You wait for the property to go up. I mean, it's just the best time. And I don't want in 20 years' time, my kids, my grown-up kids to say to me, Samuel, in 2020, where interest rates really that low, what were you doing? What were you doing? I don't want that to happen. So, and I don't think you should either. You don't want your grandkids to say, is it true that you watched Samuel's Q&A Sunday video in 2020 while it was a brilliant time to get into property, while the banks were giving out money with such low interest and you didn't do anything? That's going to happen. So next, Matthew White. What questions do you ask when choosing a management company? If I'm choosing a property management company, sometimes I'll ring and I'll pretend to be a tenant. I just want to make sure that they're charging the right amount. So on average, you're going to pay 10% for someone to manage a property. That's what they're going to collect to the rent. They're going to reference the tenant's property. They're going to get a previous landlord check. They do credit checks. And also they're friendly and proactive. Most important thing is that they actually pick up the phone. So when I ring them to ask them these questions, if they don't answer the phone, I'm thinking, if they don't answer the phone to me, they're not going to answer the phone to my prospective tenants, which means that they're not going to fill my properties up, which means I'm going to find someone that will actually answer the phone. So that's the kind of thing I look for. Also good rapport. They speak well. They're pleasant. They're professional. This kind of stuff. And maybe you've got a recommendation from someone. Really simple. All right, Brad, by the way, if you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. Smash the like button. Drop a comment in as well. I want your questions. I want your questions for next week, so start putting your questions in below. Brad says, hi Samuel, love your work. On your £2,000 challenge, you asked for £2,000 plus VAT to the investor for the deal sourcing. Just wondering what that VAT is. Cheers, I'm from Perth, Australia. Okay, firstly, I'm in the UK, so if you're in Australia, then VAT, it does not apply, so you're good. You don't have to start charging VAT until you become VAT registered, and you don't become VAT registered until you're earning 80 something, I think it's £86,000 or there and thereabouts per year. So if you're making £86,000 a year, then you're gonna start having to charge VAT. But you can also claim VAT back. So lots of things have VAT on it. You go out for dinner and you'll have the bill and there'll be a little VAT number. So you'll be able to claim VAT back, but you'll also have to charge VAT onto everything you do. And this is UK based, so I hope that helps. So I'm based in Ireland. That was a terrible accent. And I'm finding it very difficult to find people interested to rent and then let me sublet their properties. Do you have any advice? Yes, the fact that you worded the question like that to me is probably how you're wording it to them. And it doesn't surprise me that they're not interested because subletting is illegal. So rather than ringing up an agent or a landlord and saying, oh, I want to rent your property and then sublet it, what do you reckon? No one's going to say yes. You're going to ring up as a professional management company and you're going to say, we're a management company. I'm very interested in your property. I'm not going to be living there myself. It will be a corporate let. When can I look round? So it's just a case of how you word the question. I would suggest that you get some training. You definitely need to come on to the crash course and get coronavirus. No, not really. You need to come to the crash course, small numbers. We're going to keep it small and learn about what to say. So that's my probably advice. It's not that everyone in Ireland is not interested. I've got a lot of students in Ireland absolutely killing it doing rent to rents. So you need to learn what to say. Okay, Morrow Logan says, hi Samuel, I purchased a property in my name and now I want to transfer it to a company I registered and own specifically property acquisition. Do I pay capital gains tax or stamp duty for this transfer? Yeah, my advice would be probably not to do that. Of course, I'm not a tax expert and I can't give you tax advice, but transferring a property from your personal name to a company, presumably the only reason you want to do that is because you want to save tax and you get around Section 24. But generally speaking, the amount of money that you'll save by doing that, it's just not going to be worth it because you will have to pay stamp duty. There's also going to be fees that are going to be incurred with your accountant for doing that setup. So I probably would just leave it in your name. However, speak to an accountant, get specific tax advice for your bespoke situation. Hope that helps. What else we got? I'll just do one or two more questions and then we'll wrap up. Dream Chasing 247. Yes! Chasing dreams 24/7, love that. When borrowing money from a friend and using it as a deposit for a property, how much of the deposit can I borrow from someone else as a gift before the banks and mortgage lenders start to double think why a huge amount of money isn't yours and is someone else's? If it's a gift, you can use all of it, 100% towards a deposit. Might depend slightly on the lender, but that's my understanding. Also, if it's kind of a gift, but not really a gift, and you want to be squeaky clean, what I've done is just buy a property, but buy it with bridging finance and do it as like a buy refurbish refinance or something. And that way, it doesn't matter where the money comes from. It could be a loan, it could be a gift. You could have, joint ventured it with someone. It really doesn't matter. They won't ask if you're buying it bridging / your own money, wherever that might have come from, and then you're going to get a new mortgage on it later. That doesn't matter. That gets around the problem. Speak to your broker. Find a good broker. Be completely honest with him and tell him what you're wanting to do. But my understanding is, if it is a gift, it can be 100% of the deposit can be from that gift. But I'll let you go and figure that out with your broker. All right, last question. Burning Desire. Good. I'm loving these usernames. Do you agree, depending on your strategy, you may not need to invest in a mentor, but you instead should invest with deal sources? My strategy is BMV and then rent out. My attitude is, if you want to get knowledge, then you need to pay for training. If you want someone to find you deals, then you can pay them to find you deals. The thing is, if you're paying deal sources and you're not trained up yourself, a lot of deal sources will pull the wool over your eyes. And even if they won't, it's just bad practice and bad principle to leave yourself so vulnerable and exposed. So pretty much everyone in my company, apart from like the specialist accountants and stuff, but people in my company, I know how to do their job. I've done their job. I've even done very amateur videography. I've done pretty much every job. So all of my staff, we've got a lot of staff, I know exactly what they're up to and what they're doing. And because of that, they can't pull the wool over my eyes. If I'm paying someone to find a property for me, I know how to find a property myself. So I'm paying them for their time, not for their knowledge and for their skills. And I think that's a really important difference, because if you're saying to a deal sourcer, listen, I want you to go and find me this deal, and then they bring it to you and you can look at the deal, you can look at what they've done, and it's a good deal, and then you pay them £2,000, you're paying for their time and effort rather than paying for them to just fairy dust something up and you say, I don't know if it's good or not, but I'm just going to trust you. So I would always say, get trained, get good, whether that be through a mentor, whether that be through training programs like the ones that we run, but don't pay a deal sourcer unless you yourself know exactly how to do it, but you're choosing not to. That would be my advice. Hope that helps. Guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I look forward to reading your comments. Comment below. I do read every single question and I'll pick out the best ones. I'll answer them on next week's Sunday video. Of course, don't forget to subscribe because you want to know if I've answered your question. So subscribe, smash the like button. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. If you want to come on the crash course, by the way, completely free on the house, I will be there. So if you want to come to the Property Investors Crash Course on the house, right over there. And of course, don't forget to subscribe right over there. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you at the crash course. Peace out.